Jessica Chastain joining us, plays Tammy Wynette in Showtime's 6-part limited series, George and Tammy. What's up, Jessica? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
What's happening? So now, were you how into George and Tammy were you before you got the role?
I didn't really know much about. I knew, of course, Stand By Your Man. I knew the greatest hits.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I started reading about her, Josh Brolin approached me in 2011 and said, you should play Tammy Wynette. I was like, really? All right, let me read about her. And the more I read about her, I was like, oh, my God. I mean, she was married 5 times. My mom was married 5 times. Like, there were so many things about her that I was really kind of moved by.
Uh-huh.
And I just became so protective of her that I didn't want anyone else playing her but me.
I don't want to gloss over the fact that you said you were approached by Josh Brolin in 2011 for this role?
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, The Help had just come out. And, actually my movies had just come out. No one really knew who I was. And then he said, I think you should play Tammy Wynette. And I was like, oh, a movie star's talking to me. Okay.
Wow. I'm sitting here shaking my head like, that's so crazy because obviously everybody knows you now, but it's also crazy that it took 11 years for this. It probably took longer, I guess, by the time you were even brought in, but 11 years to go from that to where we are now.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that time because I read every single book available. Her performances with George are all over YouTube, and I got to study that. Of course, talked to Georgette and the entire family, and Peanut Montgomery and Charlene, and the woman who worked with her, doing her hair. And I had so much time to study her. I was really grateful for that. But the reality is, as we were trying to get this made, it kind of felt like, I love this story, and there was no one more passionate and fiery and chaotic than George Jones and Tammy Wynette. I'm sorry, you go through like punk rock, you go through rock and roll, George Jones and Tammy Wynette, that tops it all for me.
Yes.
And I think it just took a while for the industry to understand, but I was like the little engine that could. I was not going to stop until this got made.
Patrick, our sister, telling me before we came on that interesting about
they got divorced in 1975 and then made some of their biggest hit duets after that. So I'm guessing that's coming up, near the end of the series. But
they couldn't get along, but they could make killer music.
They're like, yeah, but you know what? You guys really sell a lot of records. And like, all right, I hate you, but I guess I'll sing a song with you. It's just crazy. That would never happen today.
What's amazing? I know. What's kind of crazy is I don't think they ever got to the point where they hated each other. I think they always loved each other, even when they were with other people. You look at their performance at Wembley on YouTube. They're both with other people, and they cannot keep their hands off each other. And he's like trying to kiss her. He's talking to her in the songs. That's why it's so exciting to see them. That's why those duets work. It's because I believe they always had things for each other. And actually the people around them said they always had a thing for each other. And that's what I think is so sexy about them as a couple.
Well, props to you and Michael Shannon for, having to take on the vocals and do it yourself is very impressive instead of having somebody else be the voice of.
Yeah.
Not only are you acting, but you're having to try to pull off the chops as well. And you guys both did really, really well.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for saying that. I had to kind of get over this thing of, I watched every performance I could of her doing Stand By Your Man. And then I watched other performances of incredible singers, country legends singing Stand By Your Man and covering it. And nobody sounds like Tammy Wynette. It doesn't matter who you are.
That's right.
She was singular in her talent and her, what she could put on that song. And so it was kind of the thing of like, all right, well, I'm not going to sound like her. Even if I lip sync to someone else, they're not going to sound like her. The only way it'll sound like her is if I lip sync to her. But what they wanted to do with the series was tell the story through the song. So we had to kind of sing as we were acting, and it was very stressful. But I'll tell you, working with people like Ron Browning, who's an amazing coach in Nashville, he works with the greats. He works with Wyona Judd. He's amazing. He really helped us, and I had to put all my faith in those guys.
Well, make sure you check it out. It's on Showtime. George and Tammy. It's a 6-part limited series on Showtime. Check it out. Oscar winner Jessica Chastain. Thanks so much. We'll be watching you.
Honey, good to talk with you this morning.
All right, we'll see you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Wow, we have videos, lots of them, more than just the one you watched. We got more and more and more and more.
Yeah, subscribe, hit the notification bell, or we'll tell your mom.